reinventing men's healthcare.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, T. Keller, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. T. Keller and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suits your needs, instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones, they can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it.
Hi there, Swain Event family. Are you in the market to purchase a home and a bit freaked out with the market right now? As someone who has been in your spot before, I'm familiar with what's going through your brain. And as a realtor, I've mastered the ins and outs of the buying process. When you work with me, you'll benefit from my experience, and together we'll work toward making sound, smart decisions for your future. And of course, talk a little Vol Sports along the way. Just give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you soon.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain Event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are going to bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 laps and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. It is Thursday, folks. Ben McKee, Jason Swain, live here from the Low T Center. Hope you're having a great morning. The telephone number is 865-255-03, the Irish Networks hotline. Hour number one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. HappyHiller.com. Ben, what it do?
Greetings. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We are a couple of hours away from Friday, end of the week, and then from there we're a couple hours away from another great weekend of college football in November. It's counting down to the end. 3 games left in the regular season. So, man, time flies when you're having fun. I think the season has been fun. You've had your ups and downs, but for the most part, man, the season has been fun and hope to continue the good time. So, last night, Tennessee head coach and assistant coach Rodney Garner was on Vol calls. The fans got a chance to show their appreciation. Hypo got a chance to kind of explain the feeling inside of that locker room after the win against Kentucky. And it's weird on a Wednesday to kind of hear a coach talk about the previous game because everyone is pretty much forgot the game, move forward, move past the game so they can get ready to prepare for the game that's in front of them, and in this case it's Georgia. These guys have already put it behind them Sunday. For coaches, sometimes it's like Saturday after the game. But it's part of it. It's good to hear the coaches.
Depends on the game time in terms of coaches putting it behind them.
Man, I know coaches put it behind them as soon as the game is over. But players can be different. It just depends. You kind of have a chance to sit back and take a little breath, maybe during the bye week or little moments here and there. But for coaches, it's nonstop. Go, 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 go. But Wednesday is Vol calls, and we get a chance to hear what the coaches have to say. And Rodney Garner is one of the most respected coaches in the country. And his comments to me were pretty significant. Very significant.
As in when you were a recruit and he was trying to get you to Georgia, correct? Is that those the comments you were referencing, or have you spoken to Mr. Garner recently?
No, I haven't talked to him since what was that? I think that was spring. Spring practice when I saw him and talked to him a little bit and welcomed him back.
And that's when the comments that you are referencing were made.
No, his comments was about the culture change in his room. The big difference. And when he first got here and now, and the production that we're seeing from those guys, of course, you always want to see more, but comments that I was referencing was that. Like, I mean, there's some guys that left the program, that left that room, and this team has been better in that room since the departure of those players. So that's what I was referencing. But a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff from Rodney, as always, because he is he's a walking soundbite, and he is a fountain of knowledge. And so it doesn't matter if you play football or not, man. If you just listen to Rodney Garner talk about the game of football and about how he just conducts himself and how he impacts others around him, man, you'll learn a thing or two if you just pay attention, because he drops nuggets all the time. But, Ben, what was the best thing for you that – well, not the best thing, but, what Vol call highlights got your attention?
A couple of different comments from both Josh Heupel and Rodney Garner. I'll mention the two things from Heupel real quick. His main quote that garnered a lot of attention last night, Heupel that is, "We are building an unbelievable foundation of Tennessee football. We're building it the right way, and our kids are having fun. You can have fun and build it the right way." So, obviously, fans loved to hear that. Josh Heupel also said that his favorite sequence from the Kentucky game were the 4 plays after the 4th and 24. And he said that those were his favorite plays because of the way his players reset and went on to play electric football after they did reset on those next 4 downs, which they absolutely did because they wreaked havoc on those next 4 plays. And Heupel credited Tim Banks for dialing up some pressure at the right time and getting after it, and the players executing. And they were electric in getting to Will Levis there those last couple of plays. Caleb Tremblay was awesome against Kentucky. I thought he played his best game of the year against Kentucky. Byron Young, I thought the same. I thought Byron played his best game against Kentucky, and both of them showed up when it mattered most, and that was the fourth quarter. Tyler Barron made some plays in the fourth quarter as well. I think Austin mentioned it on your show last week. Maybe I heard Austin say it elsewhere, but I think it was
What show?
your show, the Swain Event. I think he mentioned it last Tuesday during his interview that he felt like the Kentucky game was going to be personal for Tyler Barron because Kentucky finished second.
No, that's not the only reason why it's personal. That recruitment was. Remember that was when old.
Yeah.
What's the assistant coach?
Vince Morrow.
That's when Vince Morrow was subtweeting and being real extra.
If I remember correctly, Kentucky was really breaking out the negative recruiting with Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
So you had that aspect of it, and plus, whenever you play a school that finished second for you, I'm sure you'd like to stick it to them as well. So that was a personal game for him, and he made some plays there in the fourth quarter. So I liked what Heupel had to say in that regard about that being his favorite sequence. He joked that even my wife and kids thought we had lost after the 4th and 24. Me too, Coach. Me too. I thought y'all were donezo. I had zero faith after that 4th and 24, but shout out to the guys for resetting and playing exciting football, or electric football, as Heupel described it. But those were the main things from Heupel that stood out to me. In terms of Rodney Garner, there was a lot of talk about his culture change inside of his room and why he wanted to come back to Tennessee. And I thought it was interesting that when he was asked why he wanted to come back to Tennessee, he said that he was going to come to Tennessee. Well, he was going to come back to Tennessee under Lane Kiffin, and it was pretty much a done deal. And then he had a change of heart and decided to stay wherever he was at that point. I found that nugget interesting.
He was at Georgia then.
Yes. He was going to come work for Lane, and then he said he had a change of heart. And then, obviously, he came to Tennessee to work for Kevin Steele. And he said that when Josh Heupel was hired, that there were a lot of question marks just because he did not know Coach Heupel, but that he's thankful and blessed that it has worked out under Coach Heupel. So I thought those are two interesting nuggets there about Rodney Garner almost coming to work under Lane, and then him kind of wondering about his future when Heupel was hired, because he, as we knew at the time, had signed up to work under Kevin Steele, and he said that himself, but he's glad that it's worked out the way that it is. He talked about how he and his wife were married in Gatlinburg. His second born, I believe he said it was his second born, one of his daughters. Well, I guess they're all daughters, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So his second,
all 4 or 5 of them.
That's right. His second daughter, second oldest, was born here at Fort Sanders the first time he was here in the late 90s. And I mean, she had something wrong when she was born. I can't remember what it was, but I don't even know if he mentioned it. But they had to go back and forth to Vanderbilt a couple of times. So he already had a great appreciation for the area and the people in Knoxville, and always wanted to get back because he knew that this was a special place. So it was cool to hear him talk about why he decided to come back to Tennessee. But in terms of the culture change in his defensive line room, he said it's night and day from the first meeting in February until now. There were some trust issues. And for them to buy in, it's been huge. You've got to mean what you say. I have a reputation for being a demanding coach, but I take more pride in loving them harder than I coach them. That can't just be coach speak. I told my guys the other day that the best compliment they can give me is that once they leave the program, they'll say, I want my son to play for Coach G. So some really good comments and quotes from Rodney Garner last night on Vol Calls. He's a walking quote. You said it a moment ago. He is a walking quote because he tells you exactly how he feels. You don't have to wonder whether he's being genuine or not when he speaks.
A couple things that come to mind when you was citing Heupel's quotes and Rodney's, Coach G's. You know, Hype said that his 4 favorite plays was the sequence where after they picked up the 4 for 24 and how we attacked and got the stop. I wonder if another reason why it's his favorite, because the whole argument about the face mask being missed is you can't say that the face mask being missed is the reason why Tennessee won that game. You can't say that. You can't point to that one play and say, well, Kentucky should have won. Tennessee was bailed out by the referees. You can't say that. You cannot say it. Now, you can look at the Ole Miss game and the scoop and score that Tyler Barron had and Tennessee didn't get it. Now, you can point at that and go, man, that play right there, man, Tennessee was cheated by the referees. You can say that. Or a pass interference call in the end zone with 0 time remaining where it's a judgment call, super close, and you could really not call it, but it's called, and then the team who benefits from the penalty goes out and win when maybe they wouldn't have won if that flag wouldn't have been thrown. In that case, you can be like, oh, yeah, the referees bailed out that team, helped that other team win. But the game was decided on the field by the players. It was not decided by the referees. Or how about the Lamonte Turner foul on Carson Edwards in the tournament a couple of years ago? Like, the referees helped determine that outcome. You don't want the referees to determine the outcome.
The Sweet 16 game against Michigan.
The Jarnell Stokes charge?
Jarnell allegedly charged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, like, that's why Josh Heupel loves those 4 plays.
When Alabama wasn't penalized in 2009 for Terrence Cody taking off his helmet in the middle of the play.
So that was big time, man, because Tennessee was getting gashed defensively. Getting embarrassed is the worst game of the year on the defense side of football. I mean, there's a lot of pissed off Tennessee fans like, what is going on? Tackle, my gosh. And then when it mattered most, Tennessee put together their 4 best plays of the game. And Kentucky didn't move the ball 1 inch after picking up that 4th and 24. So,
literally 4 straight incompletions. And 2 of the incompletions, Will Levis, banana eating with the peel still on, bonzo doofus bum that he is. He's the Kentucky quarterback, so I got to put a little extra sauce on it. You know how we do. And by the way, I don't care that it's still Thursday. I'm still soaking in the glory of Kentucky fans' tears. But on that 1st and 10, Byron Young pressure, Will Levis forced to throw away. 2nd and 10, Caleb Tremblay pressure, forced a quick throw, and Kamal had tight coverage on the sideline, and the receiver didn't really have a chance to catch it. On the 3rd and 10, Tennessee got pressure on a 6-man rush, forced Levis to chunk it deep, and that was when, like, nobody was in the end zone. If you remember that throw, like that desperation heave, and, like, threw it in between 2 receivers in the end zone. Looked like there was also a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. And then on 4th and 10, Jeremy Banks, Caleb Tremblay got home on a 6-man pressure to force an incompletion. So pressure. Levis didn't have time to set his feet, throw it. Dialing up the right plays at the right times, and shout out to the players for executing.
Yeah, the players got it done, man. That's what Heupel loved it, man. And I get it. That was huge. And you just never know when those plays may come until kind of the game is over, and you can look back and go, wow, man, that right there, that sequence, those number of plays, that one play, man, that quarter, that was the difference. That was the difference. It could even be a call, man. That call changed everything. The momentum. That's why I love college football. You just never know. 865-255-03. The Lady Vols scared us last night, but they get the win over Southern Illinois. Did not play their best. Ray Burrell went out with an injury, did not return. But Tennessee did not play their best basketball, but they did come out with the win. So give me the ugly win instead of the pretty loss. They have a lot to work on. The big concern is Ray Burrell, and her status probably will know more today. She is Tennessee's best player. She is the most experienced, best player, and she is the catalyst for this basketball team. So hopefully she's able to return. I watched the game. Me and my daughter watched the game, and that's her favorite player. That's our favorite player.
As it should be. Ray Burrell is one of the best players in the entire country. Last night could not have gone any worse for the Lady Vols. And I'd be surprised if last night's performance was indicative of what is going to come for the Lady Vols this season. They were without Jordan Horston to begin with, who is their second best player, the point guard of the team. So you were already without one of your 3 best players. Then Ray Burrell goes down to a scary looking injury. Hopefully it's not as bad as it seems, but she couldn't put any weight on that knee, and it did not look good as she was being carried off the court. But maybe it's just another basketball player putting a little more sauce on it.
I hope.
Like you always like to point out. But what concerns me is that she did not come back.
Yeah, she tried to get up and then
collapsed.
Went back down and then had to be helped off.
Yep.
But yeah, like you mentioned, she didn't come back. And I've seen Ray Burrell go out
and come back
then come back in the game.
I didn't even see her on the bench either.
And Nikki Fargas, it was like, she's a tough girl. She'll be back. She'll be back in because she knows Ray Burrell, and the fact that she didn't go back in, that was concerning. So it was good to see and hear Nikki Fargas on the broadcast.
Yeah, she's awesome.
My daughter, I was like, you know who that is? She's like, huh? What do you mean? She couldn't put 2 and 2 together. I was like, that's the coach you took pictures with, and you were hanging out with the team a couple of years ago when LSU played Tennessee, and they treated you like you was a 5-star recruit. Oh, yeah, now I remember. So just great to see Nikki Fargas, who called the game. It was her first game. Now she's a president of the Las Vegas Aces, and good to have her, part of the broadcast family there at ESPN. Another Pat Summitt player.
Lady Vols better snap and clear quick. Sorry to use a Butch Jones phrase, but that's truly what they need to do because they play.
Take us a break, dude. I can't leave. I can't leave that.
So they need to because they got Central Florida on the road tomorrow night, and then Monday they play at home against a top 25 USF team, and then the following Sunday they play a top 25 Texas team. So Swain's telling me to go to break, so we're going to break. We'll be back in a minute.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Hey, it's Men's Health Month, so make sure to get all your levels tested with a comprehensive annual health assessment at Low T Center. They exclusively specialize in men's wellness. Low T Center now offers monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatments for just $155 a month, self-pay, or is covered by most health insurance. And they ship directly to your home. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hi there, Swain Event family. Are you in the market to purchase a home and a bit freaked out with the market right now? As someone who has been in your spot before, I'm familiar with what's going through your brain. And as a realtor, I've mastered the ins and outs of the buying process. When you work with me, you'll benefit from my experience, and together we'll work toward making sound, smart decisions for your future. And of course, talk a little Vol Sports along the way. Just give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you soon.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799. Business is still moving forward despite our work location changing and supply shortages affecting a number of different areas. Office furniture is not immune to the halt in the supply chain. This is why my friends at Office Furniture Outfitters has purchased desks, chairs, and tables in bulk to provide you with in-stock options for your place of business, no matter if it's at the office or at your home. Office Furniture Outfitters is the local supplier of Herman Miller, and they keep Aeron chairs in stock. They will come to your office, create a layout, and make recommendations. Once you decide what pieces you want, Office Furniture Outfitters will even deliver and install new office furniture for you. You can visit them on location at 17th Street and Grand Avenue in the Fort Sanders area, or check them out online at ofonox.com. Give them a call at 865-254-3003. Office Furniture Outfitters, providing East Tennessee's biggest selection and best value for office furniture since 1995.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill, or call 865-693-5400.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy. Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
At Iris Networks, we know that business communication solutions are critical to your success. Since 1998, we've been helping businesses in East Tennessee by providing reliable and affordable high-speed fiber internet and voice solutions. That's why Iris Networks is your Tennessee communications partner. With internet speeds up to 100 gigs and work-from-anywhere solutions like mobile apps, video conferencing, and file sharing, we make sure you can stay connected to your customers and great communities we live and work in. Iris Networks, because just like you, Tennessee is our home.
Around the SEC, Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America, 865-255-03. Hour 1 is brought to you by Healer Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. All right, Ben, let's get into it, man. What do we have for around the SEC?
Well, first, I'd like to say Happy Veterans Day to all of our military veterans out there. Should have started the show with that, but I do want to wish all of our veterans a very, very happy Thursday. Shout out to my dad, over 20 years in the Army. I have a long list of family members who have served in the military, several branches of the military. I know you have as well, and the military means a lot to your family, so it is a big day for my family. I know that. Time to reflect on our time in the military. I know my dad was the one who was in the Army, but I felt like I was in it to a certain degree, and my mom as well, obviously being an Army wife, that takes a lot as well. So thank you to everyone who has served, who is currently serving. We greatly appreciate you, and I know, Swain, you echo those same sentiments.
Oh, for sure, man. Happy Veterans Day, and happy birthday to my middle daughter, who turned 7, and she will always and forever be attached to a great day where we remember the people that sacrificed their lives for our freedoms. So happy birthday to my daughter, Audrey. Now, there is some unfortunate, some really bad news inside of the conference today, Ben.
There is, and that is that Adam Anderson, if that is what you were referencing, Adam Anderson, the Georgia outside linebacker, he has been charged with rape by the Athens-Clarke County Police. He voluntarily surrendered last night, per his lawyer, who maintains, it's an error in this tweet, that Anderson is innocent of the charge brought against him and intends to vigorously defend himself in court. So I don't understand the wording of the law here. I don't know how you voluntarily surrender and are charged with rape, but are going to vigorously defend yourself.
No, I mean you there's a warrant for your arrest. You show up, you allow yourself to be arrested, and then you fight to prove that you are innocent. So
that's what I thought it meant.
Yeah,
but sometimes the wording of the law can be confusing, which I'm actually very disappointed in myself because I'm 8 seasons deep in Law and Order, and that is something that I feel like I should know.
You should be a pro
by now, because the one cool thing about Law and Order, side tangent real quick, is that they don't only show the crime, but then they show the process of how people are charged with whatever crime and the process in court. I think that's a really cool aspect of the show, but whatever, neither here nor there. Needless to say, Adam Anderson will not be playing inside of Neyland Stadium on Saturday. So big loss for Georgia, as he was one of their best players. And if I remember correctly off the top of my head, he was the team's leader in sacks, or the second highest in sacks, or second most sacks, I should say. So that is a big loss for Georgia for sure. That was the main thing that came out of the SEC yesterday. There was a nugget on Jake Bentley, not an SEC note, although he is a former SEC quarterback. Jake Bentley, the former South Carolina quarterback, former Utah quarterback, he's now at South Alabama, and I'm bringing this up because Tennessee plays South Alabama next Saturday. Jake Bentley has a torn MCL, and as of 18 hours ago at 1:20 p.m. from Craig Stevenson, who covers South Alabama for AL.com, he said that Jake Bentley has not yet been ruled out for the season. So I don't know if there's been an update to that, but as of 18 hours ago, he had not been ruled out for the season, but does have a torn MCL. So
you can still do some things with the jacked up MCL.
Yes,
they heal super slow and sometimes don't require surgery. It's the ACL that will sit you down, but he's a tough one. I mean, he's a tough player. I don't think it's going to matter whether he plays or not against Tennessee. But going back to Adam Anderson, and we've been through this as a fan base where you had a star player charged with rape, and his college career was over while fighting it in court. And you look back on it, should A.J. Johnson been able to play? Should Adam Anderson play? Is what I think about. Because A.J. was found innocent. It worked out for A.J. because he trained and kept his mind as positive as he could. And when the opportunity called, he was ready. And then he signed his contract years later after his college career abruptly ended. Looking back on it, would you say that AJ should have been allowed to play until he was proven innocent or guilty? Or was that the best course of action? Because I know there's talk around Adam Anderson. His attorney felt like that he should play. Like he should have been playing. Like he should be playing. And I just wonder. Dalvin Cook right now is being, charged with the crime. And he said, she said, ex-girlfriend comes into his house unannounced, has an extra garage door opener, shows up, and she showed up with violence on her mind. And Dalvin Cook says that he defended himself, and now the ex-girlfriend that broke in is saying that it's the domestic violence. And so that's what he said, she said. But during the accusation, Dalvin Cook is still playing. Should the athlete continue to play after being accused but not proven to be innocent or guilty? And if you don't want to touch it, I get it. I totally get it. If people on text box, if it's too hot to touch, if you just don't know, like, it's okay to say you don't know. Like, it's totally cool to say, you know what? I just don't know. It's okay.
I think it's easy to say in hindsight that AJ should have kept playing, but I am of the belief that if there's an incident that pops up, then you should not be playing. Just because, and I realize that this works both ways in terms of what if he did do it. Again, I recognize that works both ways. What if you hold him out and he did not commit the crime that he is being accused of? That would be really unfortunate, which was the case with AJ.
And Dalvin Cook has not been, arrested or charged with a crime or anything. So I just wanted to make sure that was mentioned, because that's different than Adam Anderson is different than AJ Johnson.
Yes, but I'm talking about at the time in which the news first came out, when it happened. I am of the belief that you play it safe. It's really unfortunate if it comes back around, and in hindsight, well, you should not have held player out, but I believe that you should play it safe, because I think it's a really bad look if you allow them to continue to play under investigation and then it comes out that they did do what they are being accused of. I think that would be a really, really bad look. So I know that it can lead to some unfortunate situations, like we saw with Von Pearson, like we saw with AJ Johnson. Maybe we see it with Dalvin Cook, Adam Anderson. We'll see how those two situations play out. But I do believe that players should not play if they are under investigation for a crime, just because I believe that you should play safely.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook wasn't like arrested or it's totally different than what the other, AJ Johnson and Vaughn and Pearson and Adam Anderson, those guys, it's sexual assault, rape. It's the accusation. It's a serious accusation. Don't get me wrong. Do you continue to play that player? And I'm with you on playing it safe, because the allegation itself is terrible. It's bad for everybody. And it's worse if you play someone that is found guilty than not playing someone that's found innocent. Both scenarios are bad, but it's worse if you've been playing a guy the whole time and he is found guilty. So I know sometimes we, as college football fans, we see a player that's out. It could be because of injury. And we and he's good. We're like, oh, yeah, he's out. And we kind of lose that human side a little bit because we're fans. Or when a player gets in trouble and he's really good, you're like, yeah, he's out. But, I didn't think that one moment, because there's a young lady, there's a young lady's family, here's a young man's family. And I just know how it affected AJ Johnson and how it affected us as just Tennessee fans for him. That was tough. That was a tough deal to go through. So I don't know, I just had that on my mind when I saw the news of Adam Anderson being charged with felony rape. If he's guilty, he got to go. He got to go. He got to go. There's no wiggle room for that. But it's just a lesson. You just really have to be careful about who you associate with at all times, because one decision can change your life forever. Forever. Play it safe. Play it safe. One decision can change your life forever. Good stuff here on Text Box. I'm with you. And everyone here is with you, Ben. Just play it safe. Play it safe, play it safe, play it safe. 865-255-03. Be right back.
Can't call in? Don't feel bad. You can talk to the guys on the text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these 3 simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com. Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help. Hey, it's Men's Health Month, so make sure to get all your levels tested with a comprehensive annual health assessment at Low T Center. They exclusively specialize in men's wellness. Low T Center now offers monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatments for just $155 a month, self-pay, or is covered by most health insurance. And they ship directly to your home. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Always remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Time for Attaboy, where we highlight positivity, good stories. I kind of want to give one to Mark Stoops.
No.
Where you going with yours, Ben?
I've got 2 things I would like to mention very quickly. First, want to give a shout out to Tina R. and her mom. Miss Tina is a loyal listener to the Swain Event. Has always showed us great support, and today is her mom's birthday, as well as your daughter's birthday. So here on the text box, she says, happy birthday to your daughter. Today is my mom's birthday, too. She is my Vol buddy for all of the games. So happy birthday again to your daughter, and happy birthday to Miss Tina's mom.
No, that's great. That's great.
Absolutely. And then I want to give a shout out to Hendon Hooker, because Hendon Hooker yesterday on Twitter announced his ABC's book that is intended to help young people with scripture. And this is something that we talked about a couple of weeks ago after he was on Tennessee Prime. He stated that he was in the process of putting the final touches on an ABCs of Scripture book for young people with his brother Austin, who is the quarterback at North Carolina A&T. And yesterday afternoon, Hendon Hooker put it out, tweeting, "These are a few of the scriptures we live by to stay encouraged while pursuing the sport that we love. Our book is now available for pre-order, and you can go to hookedonsports.org to pre-order Hendon Hooker and his brother Austin's book that is titled The ABCs of Scripture for Athletes." So I'm going to pre-order me one, even though I'm not a youngster. I think it'd just be good to have. Never know when you might need it. So big shouts to Hendon Hooker as a fellow follower of Christ. This is something that I greatly appreciate.
Yeah. I had to go ahead and get me a pre-order, a copy. So I got mine pre-ordered, and I'm ready for it to get here, man. I think they are awesome Christmas presents. I had a message from someone that wanted to buy a ton of them and get them in the hands of young athletes. And so I pointed them in the direction of Jamari Davis, because Jamari Davis runs camps all across the state of Tennessee during the spring and the summer. And this could be something that he could give to his campers. So I encourage anyone that want to buy the book, buy a copy for yourself or your kids, and buy a copy for to donate to Jabari's foundation, his organization. But that would be an awesome thing to do, because he comes in contact with so many young people on a daily basis, on a yearly basis. He sees hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of kids every year on the camp circuit and the camps that he run. And so, man, if we can just put together a packet, like a little, hey, every camper, you get one, that would be awesome. That was my vision yesterday as I ordered my book. I was like, man, what if every kid was given this, and every kid got a chance to see someone that's playing football at a high level create something that's going to help them in their journey of life. It's like a three-legged stool. You can have athletics all good and be at the top of your game, but if your spiritual leg is not intact, you're going to fall. You got to have balance. You got to have your academics in order. You got to have your spiritual life in order, and you got to have your athletic life in order. If one of those things is out of whack, one of those things is not there, not present, that stool will fall. You cannot sit on that stool and be balanced. So super, super, super important. I love that Hendon came out with this, and I got a chance to come out with it while he's still playing, while the season was still rolling. So let's show the world how we support our own, especially something like this that's so impactful, which is awesome. So give Rodney the website again, if you don't mind.
It is.
You know Rodney don't be listening, man.
No.
You know Rodney was a hard head in class. I had to go sit in the corner. Had to go turn his desk the other way because he didn't want to behave. Give Rodney the email address again.
The website is hookedonsports.org. Hookedonsports.org.
Foxball says, great attaboy, Ben. Let's support this young man. Love it. Fake Bob Kesslin says, we haven't seen one of this season, but do you all think Hype will bust out a trick play this week? Also, over under 1.5 wins for the Lions with their remaining schedule. And we trying to be nice during attaboy.
No, not this week. Lions and Steelers on Sunday. Blank the Lions.
We're trying to be nice.
Blank Triple O. Blank the Lions. I hope they go 0-17.
Let me answer.
They play my team this week. Therefore, we are not going to be nice. Attaboy's over. The tone, the music stopped, and you moved to the text box. Therefore, meaning Attaboy is over. So, again, blank Triple O and blank his Lions.
I see one win left on the Lions schedule, maybe two.
Yes, I see the Lions beating the Steelers as well.
No, I was looking at the Bears, but I don't know, man. Justin Fields might be figuring it out. So
the thing is, I doubt there's not a game on the Lions schedule where you look at it and you point to it and say they're gonna win that game.
They have a chance.
They're worse than every team remaining on their schedule.
So they play the Steelers Sunday. They play the Browns next week. They play the Bears Thursday, November 25th. Is that Thanksgiving?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, and it's the early game too, 12:30 Eastern. At least if y'all lose, it'll be while everybody's eating and napping.
We don't eat 12:30 in my house on Thanksgiving.
Folks start eating that early.
That's early. Not in this household.
But you got to think, like, by the time the game is ending and when the Bears would be losing the game, it would be about 3:30. My family eats around 3:30. So I would be at the dinner table not watching the game and then straight to the couch for a nap. So they're not going to see the end of the game.
I have to adjust my Thanksgiving meal prep plans if they plan 12:30. I gotta have everything ready by 12:30 because I need to watch the game.
But it gets much more difficult after that for the Lions, the Vikings, the Broncos. But this is more so what I was getting: the Cardinals, Seahawks, Packers. 3 out of the last 4 weeks. I mean, even like with the Falcons, the Broncos, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Steelers, the Browns, like all those teams should beat the Lions. So. Yeah. There's not a game on the schedule where, again, you look at it and you say, they're going to win that game. Because the Lions, on paper, are worse than everybody in the NFL. So the thought process is, do they get 1 or 2?
0-8.
Like, surely they'll get 1. And my luck, it'll be this Sunday against my team.
0-8, man. Oh, man.
0-9 if you include the bye week.
Oh, yeah, he lost a bye week. That's right.
Or do you consider that 1-8 and a win for Lions fans since they didn't have to watch their team play?
1-8 for Lions fans.
You think they get the 1 win? Surely they win 1 of the 17.
Yeah, they won't go 0 for again.
If they go 0-17 in the first year in which the NFL plays 17 games,
I'm changing Triple O's call-in name.
Triple O just needs to never call in again. Or he needs to never call in again or just completely abandon the Lions.
No, he needs to abandon the Lions, and if he doesn't abandon the Lions, if they go 0-17, if you do not abandon the Lions, I am calling you 0-17 every time you call in from now on. That's what I'm calling you. We'll get back to the text box. A lot of good stuff here. Appreciate the messages. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Hour 2 coming up. Business is still moving forward despite our work location changing and supply shortages affecting a number of different areas. Office furniture is not immune to the halt in the supply chain. This is why my friends at Office Furniture Outfitters has purchased desks, chairs, and tables in bulk to provide you with in-stock options for your place of business, no matter if it's at the office or at your home. Office Furniture Outfitters is the local supplier of Herman Miller, and they keep Aeron chairs in stock. They will come to your office, create a layout, and make recommendations. Once you decide what pieces you want, Office Furniture Outfitters will even deliver and install new office furniture for you. You can visit them on location at 17th Street and Grand Avenue in the Fort Sanders area, or check them out online at ofonox.com. Give them a call at 865-254-3003. Office Furniture Outfitters, providing East Tennessee's biggest selection and best value for office furniture since 1995.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
Good morning, Swain Event family. Several of you, like Ben McKee, have reached out to me for real estate assistance this year, and I want to say thank you. I appreciate your trust in me to ask questions and help you navigate the real estate world.
That's right, Jennifer. Buying a home is a scary process, especially for a first-time home buyer. Jennifer recently helped my wife and I buy our first home and made the entire process seamless. Her willingness to go above and beyond is what sets her apart.
As always, feel free to give me a call. Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Touchdown or Turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown Turnover, backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong. Better rates and better service. It's about creating negative plays. It's about having explosive plays on offense. You want to create negative plays on defense. Georgia's defense is one of the best in the country. Tennessee's defense, not as dominant, but they have been able to create negative plays. Wish we had more of those negative plays last week against Kentucky. At one point, Tennessee led the country in tackles for a loss. That's not the case anymore. Georgia, Ben, one of the best teams in the country at preventing teams from having tackles for loss against their offense. When you look at where they rank and what their numbers are, what are they, Ben?
Georgia is second in the country at tackles for loss allowed. They've only given up 27 tackles for a loss in 9 games this year. That's 3 a game.
There you go, Ben.
And 93 yards have been lost off of those tackles for loss, which is second fewest in the country as well.
I mean, that's a stat that's like right there with turnover margin, right? Mm-hmm. You want to create mistakes and turnovers, and then you don't want to have them yourself. And tackles for loss, it's a stat that's right there parallel with turnover margin. Georgia's one of the best teams in the country at preventing teams from getting back in their backfield and cause them to have negative plays. Georgia's also one of the best teams at taking the ball away and stopping teams. So 3 negative plays per game for Georgia. Touchdown turnover. Tennessee creates 3 or more tackles for a loss against UGA. Touchdown or turnover.
Do you remember how many tackles for a loss Tennessee had against Kentucky by chance? Because I think they only had 3, if I'm looking at the stats correctly.
Let me check the tape, Ben. Let me check the tape.
Tennessee was second in the country going into the game in TFLs. I believe they had 70 going into the game.
I got you.
Now they're at 73.
I got you. 3.
3?
3. The 3 were 3 sacks. So no tackles behind line of scrimmage on the run and play, or they were all sacks. 3 TFLs for 25 yards. 3 sacks for 25 yards.
Do you kind of look at that as not having a TFL?
I mean, no, because sacks are considered TFLs.
Yeah. It's just the reason I ask that is because Tennessee has been one of the best in the country in tackles for loss because they've been able to make some plays in the running game in the backfield. Mm-hmm. And they had 0 against Kentucky. And going into that game, you'll remember that I pointed out the difference in TFLs that Kentucky was allowing and that Tennessee was producing. Kentucky, just like Georgia was one of the best in the country in not allowing tackles for loss. And it's a very similar matchup this week. Kentucky 14th in the country with tackles for loss allowed with 37. Georgia just a better version of that, obviously, and is second, as I mentioned, with 27. So I'll say turnover because they weren't able to do it against Kentucky, and Georgia's a better version of Kentucky. So just to be simple, I'll say turnover for that reason.
Are you calling yourself a simpleton?
Yeah, I can be at times.
We all can be. That's right. You are right about that. So I want a little bit more context. I want a little bit more, which is why I'm looking at the Bama game, because you look at the best offensive lines that Tennessee has faced this year. Kentucky would be one. Alabama will be the other as we get ready to play the third against Georgia. Man, if I was only as good as you at pulling stats in the right place. I'm trying to find the tackles for loss. You know what? No. Tackles for loss in the Alabama game.
I'll find it for you.
Because I recycle my stat books after the game is over.
You're such a kind human.
I am green, so I don't have all my books that are printed out from the post game, the stats from post game from the Bama game. I've already recycled it, so I don't have it anymore. I still have the Kentucky's for some reason. Usually I get rid of it by now, but I'll wait until this weekend and really get rid of it, because today I needed it. So
Tennessee had 8 tackles for a loss against Alabama. Kentucky's the fewest on the season by far. 10 against Pitt, 5 against Florida, 8 against Missouri, 10 against South Carolina and Ole Miss. Alabama 8, Kentucky 3. Now, I'm not that surprised, and I may change my answer, honestly. I'm not that surprised that Kentucky was the fewest, because this may surprise some folks because Alabama and Georgia is on the schedule. But I think Kentucky has the best offensive line that Tennessee's going to face. That Georgia offensive line is banged up right now. Jamari Sawyer, their left tackle, starting left tackle, is banged up, did not play against Missouri due to a foot injury. Kirby Smart seemed pretty positive when asked about him on the SEC teleconference yesterday, so it looks like he may play. Again, Jamari Sawyer, Georgia's best offensive lineman and starting left tackle, who missed last week against Missouri. But aside from him, this isn't the physical Georgia offensive line that's been that we've come to know the last couple of years. And I'm not saying that they're bad. They are a really good offensive line, but they haven't asserted their dominance at all times, and that's been a voice of frustration for Georgia fans this year. So I do wonder, although Kentucky allowed Tennessee to record its fewest tackles for a loss on the season, Georgia's O-line banged up. They don't really have a ton of depth. It's kind of their starting 5, and that's who they're rolling with. They're real young after their starting 5, and a guy like Tate Ratledge, who Tennessee fans are familiar with.
Never heard of him.
He's been lost for the year due to injury. That happened at the beginning of the season.
Who?
Tate Ratledge, whose dad peeled off the power tee off the back of his truck after he picked Georgia.
I don't remember that.
Over Tennessee. So this isn't it's a good Georgia offensive line. I'm not trying to say that it's not, but they're not going to overpower opponents. Maybe they do against Tennessee. Hard to believe that it wouldn't after watching Kentucky against Tennessee. But that Kentucky offensive line actually may be better than the Georgia offensive line right now.
Are you changing your answer? Your touchdown turnover answer?
Yeah, I will. I think Tennessee gets at least 3.
Touchdown, Ben McKee. Well, I was going touchdown too, man. And the reason why I was going home. You're at home. You at home. The crowd's loud. I think for guys like Tyler Barron and Byron Young and players off the edge defensively, can we get a jump? Defensive line can get a jump. When you are playing on the road and so loud, and I will reference Darnell Wright's comments from Tennessee Prime, the difference between being home and away, and man, like what you think you heard was a clap, baby, is not a clap. And the difficulties that come with the timing of the snap count on the road, I think it affects Georgia. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to be the reason why Tennessee wins the game. It may, but I'm not going to say it because I don't think it will be. But in terms of this question, I think we can at least get 1 1/4. I'm talking 1 1/4 here for it to be, more than 3. So I'm going touchdown. I'm going touchdown. Tennessee will have more than 3 TFLs against Georgia on Saturday. 865-200-5503.
I don't feel like 3 is a lot either. I don't feel like three TFLs is a lot at all.
It should be.
Especially for a defense that its strength this year has been getting TFLs.
Yeah. I mean, it should be easy.
And they're honestly going to have more opportunities for TFLs, and aside from the sacks, because it felt like when Kentucky wasn't running the football, they were, in terms of the passing game, they were just trying to do little quick hitters to the perimeter, trying to get the ball out very quickly. And yes, they had their fair share of carries, but towards the end of the game, they really started throwing that pigskin around. They threw it a ton there towards the end of the game. And Georgia's a team that's going to try to run it down Tennessee's throat and then take their shot when they can. So there's going to be more opportunities for TFLs in the running game, in my opinion.
John K said, sounds like Georgia could use Cade Mays.
Yes, they could.
Do y'all know how hard it was not to ask Cade Mays about how weird it is playing against Georgia? I was towards the end, I was going to ask him because I think enough time has passed where like
Cade knows how to answer those things.
He's good. Like the first time he played Georgia, maybe it's still fresh, it's raw, but like this time, I mean, come on, man, Cade, he's a dang professional at this point, so he would have answered it. I just didn't, but I wanted to ask him, like, man, ain't that weird playing against everybody all these dudes that you know, because he had mentioned that he knows a lot of the guys that are playing now, but I'll ask him Tuesday after the game.
You think he's been praying over Brother Cooper this week as 6'6", 340-pound Jordan Davis prepares to line up on top of him, and don't allow Jordan Davis's stats to form your opinion, because I think he only has like 2 tackles for a loss on the season, or maybe it's like 2 sacks and 3 tackles for a loss. Don't let the stats fool you. His job is to take up blockers and push the pocket, and he does it better than anybody in the country. He is the reason the Georgia defense is so successful, because he takes up so many blocks. He pushes the pocket, pushes the line of scrimmage in the running game, and allows those backers to come free and make plays.
Whew. Golfer 454 says, thank you for the end of the segment. We're talking about the whole deal with Adam Anderson, A.J. Johnson, comparing Adam Anderson's situation to A.J. Johnson. A.J. was accused of rape and didn't finish his career at Tennessee. He was found innocent. Now he's playing in the NFL, and so we had a conversation about, do you play a guy that's being accused? And some of the stuff here on the text box, folks said, depends on the nature of the accusation. Some folks was like, hey, I guess Harpo tried to compare it to us. If we were accused of something, should we be allowed to do the show? I don't see how that's the same, but TC from Virginia says, depending on the crime of violence versus crime against property or drugs, the latter two probably allowed more discretion. Anyways, Golfer 454 wanted to thank us because his 13-year-old son needed to hear that advice about being careful about who you hang out with, and it only takes one bad decision. On Tennessee Prime, Austin asked the guys what's one thing that their parents told them that they still remember to this day, and then he shared his, and no one asked me, but whatever. But I was thinking about mine, and I remember like my uncle telling me, if you get arrested, I'm not bailing you out. That's one thing. I'll never forget that. Second thing, and there's many things, right? We remember so many things from our parents and grandparents, and we can write a whole book. But another thing was, like, if you don't get in trouble by yourself. Don't be with someone and get in trouble just because you were there at the wrong place at the wrong time. Be a better judge of character and the people you hang around. Don't just get caught up in the mix. He was like, man, if I want to get in trouble, I don't need somebody else to get me in trouble. I'll get in trouble myself. And he would always have like the funniest way of putting things. I was like, you know what? That's a good way to put it. You know what, Uncle? I'm going to get in trouble myself then. No. That's not what I'm trying to say. Oh, okay, sorry. You mean be careful who I hang out with. Yes. Okay, gotcha. So I think about that, man, because you got to be careful about who you put yourself around. Make sure you have someone that has your best interest in mind, because things can turn bad quick, fast, in a hurry. Vol Storm says, has Justin Fields entered the transfer portal yet? No, not yet. He got about 3 or 4 more years on this rookie deal, so he may enter it after that. Janelle says, the grandson who plays soccer is getting one of Hendon Hooker's books for Christmas. Vol Till I Fall says, the Lions just picked up my Titans reject bum receiver, Josh Richardson.
You meant Josh Reynolds.
Yeah. They ain't winning a single game. Josh Reynolds was good, man. I remember when he was with the Rams. And
was good.
Yeah, he was good. But this just didn't work out with the Titans. And maybe the Lions can use him, and maybe he has a Rams type of rest of his career with the Lions. We'll see.
Here's what I know. When I went to the Titans-Chiefs game a couple of weeks ago to go watch my guy Kari play, Kari hooked me up with some tickets, so I was in the family friends section behind the Titans bench. And where my tickets were located were right behind the Josh Reynolds section. And you want to talk about an annoying bunch of people. I have never been to a game and sat around people as annoying as this bunch. It's like his entire crew decided to come to this one game, and it happened to be one of the few games he actually dressed out for. He had like 6 friends who were acting as if Ryan Tannehill was an idiot for not throwing him the ball every single time he was in. He was open, wide open. Can you not see him, Tannehill? It was that. They were intoxicated. They were drinking the whole time, which nothing wrong with that. But when you mix in some passion with some drinks, it brings up standing up the entire time, which I didn't have a problem with. I'm not one of those people who tells people to sit down during the game, but when it's just 24/7 during timeouts and during halftime, and when they're not doing anything, they're not standing up and cheering, they're just standing up and taking selfies on Snapchat and on Instagram and on their phones. They're not into the game. They're just socializing. Oh, what an annoying bunch of people. And then you had like somebody who looked like an uncle who was being extra too. And auntie that was being extra too. It looked like. You had some females that were being extra. Whew. So I hope Minka Fitzpatrick comes over the middle of the field this weekend and lays out Josh Reynolds like he was laying out some Chicago Bears.
Watch it.
On Monday Night
Football. I ain't do nothing to you, Ben. Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. Don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. Speaking of that, my man Rodney, I thought about you, Rodney. One of our family friends just had a baby, so I smoked the brisket last night and sent it with my wife to give to the family. So I thought about you, Rodney. Rodney, have you ate that brisket yet, man? Have you ate all that brisket yet, Rodney?
I heard it didn't last very long.
No, it wasn't that many of it. It was a huge brisket. It was a 15-pounder. It was just a few of them, so he couldn't finish it all that one day, so I had to save it. So I wonder if they still have it. Anyways, Green Axe says the talk about getting a jump off the defensive line reminds me of a question. Has anyone asked what Tennessee defensive line was doing with alignment on Saturday? Looked like they lined up off sides every time. Man, they was up.
I did not notice them being off sides.
I did not notice them being off sides, really. But I just know that they want to get as close as possible to that line of scrimmage, to that line without being offside. You want to give yourself every chance to get to the quarterback, and you dang sure don't want to be like 2017 defensive line against Georgia Tech, where you lined up on the first down marker. He lined up at 10 yards. Albert Haynesworth was like, what in the what is this? What? Haynesworth was about to lose it. Oh, man.
Was that Brady Hoke's defensive line?
That was Brady Hoke's defensive line.
That's probably why, even though I know that none of them played on that line, maybe Jaquan Blakely, maybe Matthew Butler, that's why some of them have trust issues.
I guess.
As Rodney Garner said.
I guess so. 865-255-03. Be right back.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain Event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do, though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself, but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com. Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these 3 simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com.
Hey there, Swain Event listeners. I'm excited to share my new Keller Williams Realty app so you can tour homes without leaving yours. Not only can you search for homes in specific areas and neighborhoods, you can also have access to real-time market snapshots on stats like average home price and days on market, plus commute times from your office, school zones, and much more. Download my app today and get the most accurate information on buying, selling, and investing in real estate in your area. Just search for the Keller Williams Realty app and click on More in the lower right-hand corner. Type in Jennifer Morris in the Your Agent search bar, then save and you're set. And as always, feel free to reach out at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain Event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Eight 865-255-03, Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Rodney says that's the biggest damn brisket in the world, Swain, in the world. I took it down last Wednesday, so he got rid of it last Wednesday.
Josh Heupel said that folks need to start getting ready at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning.
What does he mean by get ready?
Get ready. He said, we need the crowd.
Don't have any more tequila, Ben.
Home field advantage has to be real. Show up at 9 o'clock and get started. Get ready to go.
Did he say anything about bringing mustard?
Mustard will get through metal detectors.
Hey, it's not metal. Last time I checked.
There's also a guy on Vol Calls last night that thanked Josh Heupel because the guy has not had to replace his TV or any drywall this year. Coach, I'd just like to thank you. I haven't had to buy a new TV or replace any drywall this year.
Hey, you know how I feel about that. Something is wrong with you if you're damaging your own stuff over watching a football game.
I've never thrown a remote. And, like, the one that I don't get is, like, video games. Like, everybody throws their controller. I've never thrown my controller.
Like, why you let yourself get that mad to where you damage your own stuff and then you have to turn around and replace it? I've never understood that.
I just yell at the TV.
That's what I do.
What the are you doing?
No. Or just turn the TV off and go do yard work. But to damage your own stuff, no. Let's go to the phones, 865-255-03.
Let's go to Rusty, who is calling from somewhere on the left of America.
Rusty, good morning.
What up?
It's early, Rusty. Are you calling in at 5:35 a.m.?
It is, man. I've been on the road since 4 Pacific Standard Time.
For what?
He had to come get some stuff from East Tennessee, and then he's been driving all week back out there.
Right.
How many hours?
I left,
have you met your goal of 10 hours a day?
Right at it. Today I'm only driving like I'll be at the crib by like 10 a.m. But so our place is in a location where it's got, with a big trailer, a big U-Haul trailer with all our like a ton of stuff in it. The street sweepers finish at like 10 a.m. So like everybody has to be off the streets, right? And I need to park the U-Haul trailer on the street. So, like, there won't be any cars parked at 10 a.m. So I'm trying to slide in right at 10 a.m. when street sweepers finish That way I can take a spot right in front of our condo and unpack without having to, like, carry stuff far. So that's why I got up so early this morning and drove. I was in Laughlin, Nevada, right around, just south of Vegas. And now I'm on the last short little leg.
Where?
It's been a good week. What now?
Where are you
Where
right
am I
now?
right now? I'm almost to Barstow.
You want to hear a fun fact?
Love it.
I don't.
Yeah, you do. Fort Irwin is located 30 minutes from Barstow, and I lived there for 2 years.
Nice. I will blow the horn.
I haven't been back since 2003.
You know what, Ben? I'm glad you said that, man. I didn't want to know at first. Now I'm glad you told me.
Barstow, you ever been to Cali, Swain?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to Cali a couple times.
I'm sure you played in Cali a couple times, right?
No, I never played in Cali. No, we played Cal here in 06. I didn't play on that team. They got smacked around by Deshaun Jackson. The year after that.
Why did we punt to it?
I don't know. I don't know why we did
We're not bringing up old stuff like that, Rusty.
I'm just saying. I'm still mad we punted to Deshaun Jackson.
I don't know what we was thinking. But yeah, I've been to Cali a couple times.
I like living out there.
That's not why you call Rusty. Why?
No.
What's on your mind today? Don't let Ben distract you.
He wants
No,
to be
it's all
distracted.
good. Ain't no big deal. I got time to be distracted right now.
We don't.
Oh, bull. Ain't nothing going on for about 48 hours.
This whole show is a distraction.
That is true. That's
what it's supposed to be, right?
Exactly. I'm proud of that.
Break the monotony of all the bullcrap that life throws at us and enjoy some stuff with the Swain Event. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Let's put that on a t-shirt.
So I don't
You're gonna get people
I don't know what the right answer is on what you guys were talking about earlier with the linebacker from Georgia and with AJ back in the day. I don't know. I mean, we live in a innocent till proven guilty society on one hand, and the other hand, it's a privilege to play. So I don't know if there is a right or wrong answer. I don't know that. I think what happened to AJ was really, really wrong and really, really unfair to him, what he had to go through, and not just the having to go through the court case and prove his innocence and all that stuff, but losing his college life for something he didn't do wrong. That's a shame. I'm not saying there's bad people out there. There's bad people out there, but I'm not saying there's bad people at whatever. But what's to stop one school who's about to play another school in a few weeks from having some females claim some trumped up charges to get a guy suspended?
Listen, we've seen fake accusations. We've seen it before. We've also seen the true ones. You know, we've seen the legitimate ones.
Right.
Yeah, we've seen the Vanderbilt case.
God.
Yeah, and then we've seen the Duke lacrosse. Like we've seen all different outcomes and scenarios. I think for us, the best thing to do is kind of wait to see what happens here with Adam Anderson, and every situation is different. But yeah, you are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But I just think if you are a institution and you are accused of something and you are arrested, and what kind of message does that send to the rest of your students that this player is continuing to play? I just think it's just safer to not let that player play and him be found innocent than letting a player play and then him be found guilty. I think on one hand, people look at it as, you're innocent until proven guilty, and you're not guilty, so it shouldn't matter. But on the other hand, and this is what we were told, you do control the situation that you put yourself in. Like whether you were innocent or guilty, the NFL, there's a code of conduct, and the situation that you should be in and that you should not be in. So like take for example, if you are out late at 2:30 in the morning and you got practice at 8:30 in the morning and something pops off, but you necessarily wasn't, air quotes, guilty, you still shouldn't have been out at 2:30 in the morning. Like, so you still have to be very, very careful about the situations that you put yourself in. And if you are, maybe you avoid more of those bad scenarios. So,
without a doubt.
Yeah.
You can't control where you spend your time and who you spend your time with. I get that. I'm wondering what, 10 days ago, some Tennessee fan, young lady who wanted to see Georgia lose, just, go introduce herself to number 99 for Georgia. Nothing happened, but she claims something happened. She, and just to have him suspended from the ball game with nothing happened, but he gets charged for a crime and then they suspend him. He hasn't been proven guilty. So, I mean,
well, if he was guilty, he would go to jail. But when you play,
I'm saying in the early stages of when it's just a charge and he hasn't been proven guilty, and it's just an accusation at that point, and we're suspended on accusation, that's a little bit.
Hey man, that's part of it.
It's a gray area.
It's part of it.
If you're a female, and you're doing this on purpose so Tennessee can have an advantage because Jordan Davis isn't playing, why would you do that when you know all that's going to happen after the football game is you're going to get sued out the you know what?
Yeah, this
ain't worth it at all.
That's the thing. The young lady in the A.J. Johnson, she should have been charged with a crime.
Well, just because he was found, not guilty, doesn't mean that she that she just deliberately lied. Maybe she thought that that's what happened.
Okay. I was under the impression in that it was pretty. Text messages kind of showed that it was a setup.
Well, I mean, just every situation is so different and delicate, and
it is.
Yeah, and I do remember the cell phone thing.
The innocent to proven guilty thing, or is a privilege to play ball, so you got to be on your P's and Q's no matter what. All those things are. It's a fine line, it's a gray area, and it's a shame we live in a world where guys do bad things to women, and it's a shame that we live in a world where women do bad things to guys for whatever reason too.
Correct.
It'd be much better if it was a utopian society, but that's not what we're in.
Yep. No.
And as Morgan points out, a charge is much more than an accusation.
Yeah, Adam Anderson is being charged. Yeah, and
not
so
accused.
In this case, he should
not
be
simply accused, I should say.
Yeah, in this case, he should be sitting out. Like, there's when you play this game at this level, being charged, you can't continue to play.
No,
you just can't continue to play for putting yourself in a situation you can't play. Now, in the courts, yes, you are innocent until proven guilty, but that don't mean you deserve to continue to play after being charged with a heinous crime. It doesn't work that way.
And when you're charged, there's evidence.
Yeah, so rough there for Georgia, and the worst is for that young lady and that family. That's tough. All right, let's go back to the phones.
Turkey Man,
good morning.
Good morning, individuals.
Good morning, Turkey Man.
Hey, he's talking about coming through from Nevada. Only pretty place I ever seen up there in California was there at Donner's Pass and in a little town called Truckee. I went over there to see my son, my brother-in-law, my wife, and family went, and they were nothing in California but that, and I had them take me up there and drop me off, and I spent a day fishing a creek up there, and it was beautiful as it is around here there.
Catch anything?
No, didn't do no good. It was just good to be out, but it was fun to go. But anyhow, what you was talking about there, I think there's certain things that's at a level you have to tread on caution. But my pet peeve is this: in giving up on players to the extent that they transfer somewhere else. And I was wondering, I was thinking of Juwan Jennings' situation. If the transfer portals had been there at that time, I wonder whether or not we would have got to see that last year or so of him. And I think it's a.
You mean when he got kicked off by Brady Hope?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I see so many. I'm not talking about. I'm not that where you guys are talking about needs to be worked out on court.
Yeah, I know you're talking about something different. You're talking about transfer
I'm just
portal.
making sure you understood. Yeah.
No, I get it. We totally changing gears here. It has nothing to do with what the previous caller was talking about. I understand.
We're in a different yard. I'm just saying that it's so easy for. I mean, everybody worked with him, and he did a lot of work to be here, and I see that happening so many times. Apparently, with saving second chance, third chances. But I think it's important that we make an effort to try to keep. It's too easy to say you're off the team. Go somewhere else.
Well, Juwan should have been kicked off the team in that moment. Like what he did, like y'all, I love me some Juwan Jennings. I love how he plays, but y'all, like you can't do what Juwan did. Now we understand why he was so frustrated, and it worked out perfectly. The coach got fired, and like Juwan was a guy that, was able to do what he wanted to do under Butch Jones. And Brady was an interim. And Brady was like, no, man, I'm not going to allow that. And most coaches wouldn't allow that. And then Brady kicked him off. And then Juwan said what he said publicly, which was wrong. It worked out that he was given a second chance, and he made the best of it. So no one messed up. Well, Juwan did mess up. But I don't think Brady messed up. But it worked out. Juwan's passionate. He was upset. And he should have been. He had the right to be upset. But at the same time, he didn't handle himself the right way. But it worked out. I think it's easy for us to go back and go, hindsight and say what happened to Juwan shouldn't have happened. No, he earned that. You agree or disagree, Ben?
No comment.
Okay, I just want to make sure you was over there quiet. I know people love Juwan, but I love Juwan too. But I'm gonna keep it real.
His words were 100% right, though.
All right, I'm just saying, like, if a player on this football team carried on like Juwan, they would not be on this football team. If a player in that defensive line room carried on like Juwan, Rodney would have had them they butt off of here. All right. So
Rodney did have somebody's butt out of here.
I know. I'm just
carrying on.
Like folks need to hear the truth here. Just kind of think about this and just understand that Juwan made the best of his second chance. It was a perfect match with Coach Pruitt, with Coach Former. The best scenario played out. He helped the football team. He got himself drafted, and he is now in the NFL. Let's go back to the phones.
Fallstorm says Juwan did nothing wrong.
Okay, cool, whatever.
We've got Brian from Macon.
Brian, good morning.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Brian?
Appreciate you taking my call.
Hey, thank you for calling.
Yeah, so I'm a huge Dogs fan. Just ran across you guys' show on the internet here. And,
okay, cool.
Figured I'd give you a call.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are talking about Adam Anderson and just a completely disappointing situation with this young man. I mean, you think about how many years he's put in with the team, sit the bench, to come in and have a breakout season that he's having this year, and to make that one bad mistake. And from my understanding, that's basically what it is. He was at a party with this young lady. Both had too much to drink, and one thing leads to another, and here he is putting himself in this position. Now, Jason, I think you you hit the nail on the head. Is you got to be careful of the position that you put yourself in. You're in the limelight, and 24/7, you're in the limelight if you're on the Tennessee team or you're on the Georgia team. You cannot put yourself in that position. And Jason, I think you were talking about this a little earlier about the lessons that you've been taught as a young man. One thing my father always told me is nothing good happens after midnight. So don't be out after midnight, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a sad situation for this guy. I mean, he's looking to be a high draft pick for the NFL, and may have ruined his career. But I disagree with your earlier caller. He says you're innocent until proven guilty. Not in this society, my friend. You are guilty until proven innocent, and I think that has played out throughout this period of COVID, where everybody is guilty until proven innocent, and it really is a shame because the young man, may end up. We may end up determining that this was a consensual situation, and like Ben was saying, this lady may have a vendetta. It could be against the team. It could be just against Adam. But hopefully it will resolve itself. But I mean, to answer your question, no, he can't play on the team. You can't have him in the locker room. He has to be suspended. Just like you said, you put yourself out there. You got to make the right decisions. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You cannot put yourself in a bad position where you're going to set yourself up for failure. You work too many years to put yourself in the position that you're in. You can't make those silly mistakes.
100%. I 100% agree with you, and this is why coaches tell the players, like, "Hey man, get yourself a girlfriend, get you someone that And listen, you don't have to have a girlfriend, but get you someone that knows you. You know them. You don't have to put a label on it. But the worst thing that you can possibly do, where it may, be fun on the outside, but it's not fun, putting yourself in that position with someone that you don't know, because they don't know you, you don't know them, and they could think that you were trying to do something that you really wasn't trying to do. But if y'all have a real relationship, then you don't have that misunderstanding most of the time. And so that's why, man, coaches are now encouraging guys that, hey, man, don't put yourself in those positions, those one-night stands and those, situations where you got, multiple people in the room. And no, that is not what you want, because stuff like this can come from it. So you're right, Brian, man. I'm not on any side. I'm on the side of justice and truth. And I was same way with A.J. Johnson. And I said, listen, if he's wrong, he got to go. And if he's not, then I hope that he's able to salvage some of his football career. And if the girl is blatantly trying to lie, and she knew that going into the whole situation, then she need to be held accountable. But I've just learned, Brian, man, that we just wait and kind of see what happens and not jump to judgment.
Oh, I agree. Hey, I wanted to talk a little bit, not to change the subject, but I know you guys were talking a little about Jordan Davis, and we as Georgia fans love Jordan Davis. Just a good old mama's boy, big old teddy bear. But this is a real man. Let me tell you, if you ever get an opportunity to stand up next to this guy,
no, thank you.
You're going to realize.
No, thank you. I don't want to.
You're going to. Yes, sir. 6'7", 230 pounds. This joker, he was clocked on the GPS running 20 miles an hour. And if you got a chance to go back and look at the highlights from that UAB game that we played, that was a running quarterback, and he come off the line and chased that quarterback down on the edge and beat him on the edge to keep him from going to the edge, and tackled him. You just don't see that out of defensive linemen these days, and so he is a real man. But hey, thanks so much for having me on the call. Look
Hey,
forward
Brian,
to playing the Vols this weekend.
Georgia fans feeling about this game this weekend?
We're confident. 99.9%.
You should be.
99.9%.
You should be, Brian.
Yeah.
You know what, Brian? You a good dog fan, man. You didn't even bark, man. You a good dogs fan, man. They do make it. You're a good one.
Listen, guys, we have gone through so many years of disappointment. We are only looking forward to the next game. Right now we're 9-0. We're looking at 10-0. That's all we're looking at, because we know that disappointment is a week away, and and we just got to win the next game and just keep moving on. I'm happy for you guys because I'm an SEC fan as well, and when we look like idiots in the SEC, it doesn't bode well for the rest of the conference. So Tennessee has had its moments of trash cans and dumpster fires and everything else, but I'm happy to see you guys moving in the right direction. And I think that Josh Heupel is going to turn that program around for you guys.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you, Brian. That was good stuff, man. I'm a little uncomfortable, to be honest, man. I'm not used to being nice to a Georgia fan, but you certainly deserve it, man, because that was a good one. That was good. You don't like it? You don't like how nice he is, Ben? He's nice.
I liked Brian's phone call until he brought up the trash cans and dumpster fires.
He was right, man.
You didn't have to bring that up, Brian.
He was right. He was right. 865-255-03. Good stuff from Brian from Macon, Georgia fan. I learned something today. Georgia fans, they talk. They just don't bar, they talk, man. How about that? Vaughn Birmingham says he was a good caller until he said he was an SEC fan. F the SEC! Vaughn Birmingham. Oh, yeah, man. Brad don't care about a Georgia fan being nice. He said, I'm really sitting here listening to a Georgia fan talk about disappointment. Get him out of here.
He's not wrong, though. They haven't won a championship in, 41 years?
Their disappointment is different than ours, right? Because ours is not getting to a bowl game.
Theirs is much longer.
Different coaches. No, but like their disappointment is not getting over the hump. Like basically out-recruiting everybody and not doing anything with it. So, yeah, they're disappointed. It's just a different level of disappointment. Ours is, hey, man, we just hired this defensive coordinator that won multiple championships, and we hired him. And now he can't coach at Tennessee. Like, that's our problems. But wait a minute. We get caught cheating like everybody else get caught cheating, and our players can't even produce any wins. Like, how are we out here cheating like this team, and we can't even win more than 3 games? Like, that's our disappointment. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. Fallstorm says, Swain says I'm not used to talking to Georgia fans. Then DJ Shockley enters the chat. I don't see DJ Shockley as a Georgia fan like Brian. I see him as a former player. That's my buddy. Zell says disappointment is 3 days away from Brian from Georgia. Ooh, I see you, Zell. Talk that talk. Talk that talk, Zell. I love y'all on text box, man. I love y'all. Ken says, stop it. Jordan Davis ain't running no damn 20 miles per hour. But, hey, when he said that, my eyebrows hit the top of my head. Like, what? Wait. That size? 20 miles per hour?
And he meant to say 330, not 230.
Yeah, he's definitely 330.
Yeah, 230.
You know what? I don't liking opposing players. Like, I don't want to like anyone from any other team. But I like Jordan Davis because I did watch him at SEC Media Days. He did a great job of carrying himself. He's easy to like. He really is.
Yep, and I hate it.
Yeah, I know, man.
I need more Dre Kirkpatricks on the Alabamas and Georgias.
You want some knuckleheads to dislike. Like I like Bryce Young. He's such a good dude.
I liked Tua.
I know, he's such a good kid. Dang it. Be a turd like Marshall Henderson at Ole Miss. That makes it easy. Be a turd. Swain Event, be right back.
Coming up on the Swain Event.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Hey, it's Men's Health Month, so make sure to get all your levels tested with a comprehensive annual health assessment at Low T Center. They exclusively specialize in men's wellness. Low T Center now offers monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatments for just $155 a month, self-pay, or is covered by most health insurance. And they ship directly to your home. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
At Iris Networks, we know that business communication solutions are critical to your success. Since 1998, we've been helping businesses in East Tennessee by providing reliable and affordable high-speed fiber internet and voice solutions. That's why Iris Networks is your Tennessee communications partner. With internet speeds up to 100 gigs and work-from-anywhere solutions like mobile apps, video conferencing, and file sharing, we make sure you can stay connected to your customers and great communities we live and work in. Iris Networks, because just like you, Tennessee is our home.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and LowTCenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Ben McKee, Jason Swain. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Let's get to Jay. Jay, good morning.
Swain, what kind of uniforms we busting out Saturday, bro?
I don't know, man. Hopefully it's orange.
Well, I keep hearing the black, and then I heard maybe some kind of special combination, and so I didn't know if y'all had the lowdown on it or what.
Well, whatever it is, hopefully it's not black.
Well, I think there may be a good chance that it is black.
Why? It's homecoming, man.
We play Georgia. Georgia's black.
I agree on all.
Well, maybe they get confused on who to tackle, and that could be that's our advantage. They won't know who to tackle because everybody's wearing black. And
remember
we
that
score a bunch of points.
Georgia has black in its colors, but they don't wear black on the road.
Yeah.
Whatever,
yeah.
man.
I don't know. I'm a fan of when we play Georgia and Alabama and Florida. You wear the orange uniforms, but I'm just.
I'm with you. All three reasons. The two that y'all mentioned, and then that one as well. That's my main thing, is Florida, Georgia, Alabama should be untouchable in terms of wearing something other than orange. It's absurd that we wear something other than orange in those three games. South Carolina, Missouri, Vanderbilt, all those other crappy schools.
That was terrible.
I don't care what you wear. But against Georgia, Florida, and Alabama, you should always wear orange. And then, like Swain said, they have black in their uniform. And as you said, it's homecoming. Why? And I don't think it's 100%, or at least I don't know if it's 100% sure, but there were strong rumors early in the week about them wearing black. So maybe they changed their mind since I heard about it early in the week, but I know it's a legit possibility.
When the game is played, I don't really care.
I do. It's CBS, 3:30 in November against frickin' Georgia, homecoming, and you're wearing black uniforms. That to me is whack. And
when the game's played, I want the results. But today,
I feel you at the end.
Yeah, I mean, like I want the results.
So, Swain, if they came out in pink jerseys, you wouldn't care as long as they win. Is that what you're saying?
I would care today. I would care tomorrow.
I wouldn't care during the game.
But during the game, if like you winning against Georgia, you playing well, like. I'm not gonna care as much.
Look, if you told me right now, guaranteed W if you wear pink jerseys, sign me up for it. But I do think that you can do both. You can focus on the results, but also not wear something other than orange in one of your biggest rivalry games.
Like you don't have to wear orange in all the rivalry games to me. Like
I think you do.
Like if your team, if the team you playing is black, I just don't think you should be wearing black. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Well, a lot of these schools that go with the black uniforms, they have colors that everyone else has, like red and black or, blue and white. And so they want to do something different to try to, stand out. But what's funny is that when Tennessee wears black, they look like everyone else. Their natural colors, orange and white, is what separates them from everyone. Nobody else has that color.
Yeah,
so that they're natural uniforms. or what makes them stand out. But I know the players get into it and like it. And for me, it's weird because, you know, when I go and buy apparel, you know, I like getting the black with the orange tee. I think it looks good. But for some reason, these black uniforms, I don't know why I haven't.
Do you wear those shirts to the games?
White helmet or what? But
Jay, I don't know how often you are
Say
able.
what?
How often are you able to go to games?
Yeah. About 1 or 2 a year.
I ask. Do you wear your black apparel to the games?
I have. I definitely have. Yep. I sure have.
I feel weird when I wear something that isn't orange or white to a Tennessee game, which I haven't been able to in years since I was a student. But I remember back being a student, I hated going to games in the cold because I had to wear a jacket and I didn't have an orange jacket.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That reminds
Yeah,
me
no,
of the hall.
It's definitely different, but well, we'll see. Yeah, like I bet you know what? At the end of the day, we beat the #1 team in the country. I don't think anybody's gonna be thinking about jersey colors. So.
Nope. Hey, listen, if it was my preference, we wouldn't be wearing black. But the players like it and the recruits like it, then whatever. That's how I feel.
You know what else recruits would like? A win over #1 Georgia, hanging 50
They can like
over
both.
#1 Georgia.
They can like both.
Well, I'm being more dramatic than I actually feel. Swain summed it up perfectly. I would never wear black or an alternate uniform against the Florida Georgias, Alabamas, but whatever, just win.
No, I wouldn't wear it against Georgia. Florida, I don't care because Florida don't have black. I wouldn't wear it against Vanderbilt. I wouldn't wear it against Georgia. And I was kind of partial wearing it against South Carolina because South Carolina is guarded in black, whatever color that is. But hey, that's just me, man. But I'm not. It's not that serious to me. At the end of the day, to be honest, guys.
Well, hopefully, old Andy will come out with a good rap for us Friday to lead us to victory, guys. Y'all hang in there.
No, I don't want to see anything. I want to see a video or hear a rap. A phone call on the show is cool, but I don't want to hear no damn rap, and I damn sure don't want to see a video. And y'all stop sending me those videos. I was trying to eat something. Disgusting. All right, who's on the phone? Pay attention, man. Wake up, man.
You have ruined my mind.
Jay's ruined it.
Because DR Vol is the worst. If you don't quit sending me videos, DR Vol,
I'm gonna block him.
I am going to block you.
Who's on the phone next?
I blanked. I don't know. Y'all distracted me. I apologize. I forgot.
Announce yourself. Good morning.
Hey, Jason and Ben.
It's Rod.
It's Rod.
What's up, Rod?
Man?
I'm sorry. Jay
It's
threw
all
me
right,
off.
Ben. It's all right, brother. It's all right. Hey, Jason, I agree with you and Ben. I think definitely go with orange, and I like the orange tops with the orange pants with the white stripe going down them. I think that'll be nice.
Yeah, I mean that works too. That works. I've never worn the all orange. They wore it the year after I finished up playing. They wore it in the SC Championship game. They had to beg just to be able to do that. I've never experienced wearing all orange. So, yeah, man, looks good to me.
It looks good. One thing I got to say, Jason, I hope the guy that I know y'all noticed, in the first quarter how we go out and, do our thing, with our wide receivers. I just hope that we continue to, do like Steve Spurrier did and stick with what works. Why go away from a play that gives you a touchdown? I don't understand that.
What you mean?
Like, when we go out in the first quarter and we're throwing to Peyton and, we get the little slant to Bayless or the wide open pass to Bayless or whatever, even Tillman. I don't understand why when we score a touchdown, we go away from it.
I mean, it looks like we did the same thing with Hyatt on the Bayless touchdown. We came back and ran it again with Hyatt because the play looked similar. I wish we could just keep doing the same play over and over and over and over and over. but the other team adjusts, and you also are trying to keep them off balance and go in different directions and go on a different side to create some balance. But I get you, man. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Do you feel that we're going to have a chance? Do you see it? Because I see it.
No, I don't. I'm Ray Charles.
You don't think the fans are going to help?
A little bit.
I think they're going to help. I mean,
Ron, I can't watch what I watched against Kentucky.
Oh, I know that.
And feel confident about Saturday. I
feel
can't do
you
it.
on that. I feel you on that completely.
Mm-hmm.
I do. But I just hope that, we could at least, hang with them till halftime. I'm still excited about what the coaches are doing and, how they have, raised the standard of our play, with our men. I'm just tickled to death. I'm just so happy for the guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
At least they get to go to a bowl game after a 3-8 season.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Y'all have a blessed day, man, and have a great weekend. Go Vols. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
Heck yeah, man. I expect what happened against Alabama. I expect us to fight, claw, punch, bite, whatever we have to do. 60 minutes is a long time. It's a long time. I'll give you an example. Wall sits. Like, anyone can do wall sits for a minute.
Go do a wall sit right now for a minute.
For a minute? But what about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? After a certain length of time, it's harder and harder. And that's how I looked at Tennessee, Alabama. Like, it's hard to keep up and be something that you're not. And that's a team with depth. That's a team with equal talent as your opponent. It's just hard to keep up for 60 minutes. Over time, you're going to get worn down. One small mistake is going to turn into 21 points, 14 points. And so that's how I'm looking at this game, is that Georgia right now is playing better than Alabama. Now, Alabama presents different challenges because Alabama offense is better than Georgia's offense. But it's just realistically, when I look at the matchup, for 60 minutes, I don't see it.
Sounds to me like you don't even think Tennessee should show up.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say you did. I just said it sounds like that's what you were saying.
No, it don't.
Nobody in 2013 thought Tennessee had a chance.
What it sounded like is what I just said, which is Tennessee, like Alabama, showing up and hanging for a half or a half and a quarter or a half and a half a quarter, and then the opponent overwhelming you. That's what I said.
No, you said Tennessee does not have a chance and should not even show up.
That's not what I said.
Might as well just go ahead and bring on South Alabama in.
That's not
Nobody in 2013 thought Tennessee had a chance.
Against who?
Georgia. The Pig Howard fumble in the end zone game. Year one of Butch Jones, when there was no depth, there was no talent. You had a buffoon coaching the football team on the sideline.
What was the outcome?
A very small win for Georgia in overtime that nobody ever saw coming.
Who won the game, Tennessee or Georgia?
Aaron Murray.
Who won the game, Tennessee or Georgia?
Georgia.
Okay.
But did Tennessee have a chance to win that game late?
Yeah.
Did anybody see that coming
And
before the
Tennessee
game?
had a chance to win the game late against Alabama. But like I just said, over time, your opponent is going to wear you down because you just don't have the depth or the talent. Like Tennessee had a chance, later in that game. It just, the one mistake, it cost you big time. Whereas a mistake against Kentucky, you were able to overcome it. You're able to overcome allowing Will Levis to go for 300 and something yards and the offense going for 600 yards. You was able to overcome it. You can't make those mistakes against Georgia, against Alabama, and win. So,
what if they make more mistakes?
Ben, are you picking Tennessee to win?
No.
Okay.
But we're talking about whether Tennessee has a chance, not whether they're going to win.
Okay. Every team has a chance when they step on the field.
Does Vanderbilt have a chance against Tennessee?
Yeah. If you want to get literal, every team has a chance when they step on the field.
Well, you're the king of being literal, so
How about that?
I like being literal.
If you want to go there, every team has a chance.
I do.
Every high school team that they step on the field, Maryville, they have a chance.
Yep.
Until
Maryville scores more points than they do.
Until they score 50 points and the other team scores 0.
Tennessee has a 5.7% chance of winning. I wonder what the football power index says about this game. Have you seen Tennessee's chances according to ESPN this week, Swain?
Let's see. Let's look it up.
It says Tennessee has an 11.4% chance of winning. So you're saying there's a chance.
The line went to 20. So 21.
What was it, 21?
Mm-hmm.
The over under 56.
Mm-hmm. So listen, I hope I'm wrong. But again, I make predictions based on if I'm putting my house on it, if I'm putting my car on it.
Georgia's only allowing 6.6 points per game this year.
865-255-03. Hour 3, powered by Low T Center, lowtcenter.com.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Good morning, Swain Event crew. Fall is here, and according to the big box stores, it's Christmas time too. This time of year is traditionally a busy one for the East Tennessee real estate market, and it will continue through the end of 2021 as well. Most people think the holidays aren't the right time to buy and sell. However, it is one of the best times to jump in the market. To find out more, just give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, at 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. And go Vols!
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799. Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these 3 simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
The official license plate of UT is available at your county clerk locations across the state. Your purchase will go to support student scholarships at UT for UT students. Make sure to go to alumni.utk.edu/license plate for more information. Let's get to our guy Volstorm. Wait, first, it just hit me during the break. Did Rod have an issue with scoring 38 points in 14 minutes? That just hit me. All right.
Comment.
Volstorm, good morning.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
I was trying to understand where Rod was coming from, but I was struggling.
I don't care if you have to kick, scratch, claw, run, hobble, whatever. Score point.
That's
And if anything should be blamed for not having more than 38
in 14 minutes.
The execution by the players should be blamed. Tennessee was driving there in the second quarter, or maybe it was the first quarter. I can't remember. But that first fumble, Tennessee was going to score on that drive until Jamari Sawyer and Hendon Hooker. Whatever happened there, they fumbled the handoff, and then at the end of the game, with 5 minutes left, Tennessee has a chance to put the game away, and that final possession for Kentucky probably would not have mattered unless they can pull off a miracle and score quickly, get the onside kick, score again. That final possession doesn't matter if Tennessee punches it in on 2nd and goal from the 5 when you had like 3 penalties. So if anything, like the execution from the players needs to be highlighted more than anything.
Yeah, Rod's call threw me off guard because that was the first I've heard of anyone like looking at the coaches offensively and having a critique. I mean, 38 points, 14 minutes. Hendon Hooker didn't even throw the ball 15. No, he didn't have 15 completions.
He was 15 for 20.
15 for 20 for 316 yards, 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. I mean,
no interceptions.
Excuse me, no interceptions. I wonder who got credit for that fumble, though. Would it be Hendon or would it be
well, that was on Hooker. You could tell by the body language.
Yeah.
That fumble was on Hooker.
I wonder
it wasn't on Jamari.
I wonder who got the blame for it, though, in the stats. Anyways, go ahead, Volstorm. It's your world. We just living in it.
It's always on the quarterback.
It is. It is. I'm just saying I wonder who got blamed for it in the stat sheet.
Swain, I was wondering when you were going to start breaking out singing "Glory, Glory to Old Georgia."
Hey man, I will kick you if the sun don't shine.
Got asthma over there?
Everybody know you got them red and black Crocs in your closet.
They black. They not red though.
He is wearing his black Crocs today.
Ben, hush. You wore yours yesterday.
Oh.
The day before
Georgia
yesterday.
week, and you're wearing black Crocs. Dear Lord.
Hey.
That's as dumb as wearing black.
Tennessee's wearing black.
I wear black every day.
Hey, that's as dumb as wearing black uniforms against a team whose colors are literally red and black.
Listen, man, I'm not behind it, but listen, I'm not gonna make a big stink about it.
No, you need to. Because you have power to put your foot down.
No, I don't.
You talk to Danny White and you brag about all these recommendations you make to Danny White all the time. This is another recommendation that you can make. Against Georgia, Florida, and Alabama, we don't wear alternate uniforms.
No, I'm not making that recommendation because I'm okay with alternate uniforms against Alabama. I'm okay with it against Florida. Just don't wear it against Georgia. Don't wear black against Georgia. That's my only thing. And the only recommendations I've gave you, Danny, is to bring the letters back on the stadium and to do a block party. That has been it.
That's all?
So far. I got more coming.
First of all, Danny doesn't have any control over the uniforms. That's the leadership council. But if they vote to wear black uniforms against Georgia, I think they need to be overridden by Heupel.
Well, the leadership council have been trying to wear different away uniforms, and Heupel has not gone for it. It's Heupel that makes the decision, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's ultimately on the head coach.
Look, Florida should wear its traditional Florida uniforms against Tennessee. Tennessee should wear its traditional uniforms. Alabama should wear its traditional uniforms against Tennessee. Tennessee should wear its traditional uniforms. Georgia, same way. Tennessee, same way in that football game. We love the pageantry and tradition of college football. That's why.
Look, as far as like Alabama and some of the schools that actually have tradition, I agree with you. But Florida, they didn't start playing football until 1990.
That's true. Who was the coach before Steve Spurrier? Where's Big Orange Man?
Hell, I don't even know.
He's good with history because I don't even know that one.
I could not. That wasn't Ron Zook, was it?
I'm gonna Google it. Google it gonna be Google gonna say
Google's like
Why you asking me?
Try Bing.
Bing.
We don't know.
Jack Forrest was their first coach.
Who is
Jack
that?
Forsyth? George Pyle. Doug Dickey. I didn't know Doug Dickey was the coach at Florida at one point.
Oh, yeah. Doug Dickey played there, and he coached there.
No, I was thinking.
89 was Galen Hall.
No, Gary Darnell. That's what I'm seeing.
Whatever,
How'd you
man.
that was Galen Hall was before Gary Darnell.
Yeah.
They had one coach for one season in 89 between Galen Hall and Steve Spurrier.
Both of them coached, actually. Galen Hall resigned after 5 games, and then Gary Darnell was the interim.
Oh, Wikipedia's
Galen Hall went the transfer portal.
So I learned something new today because I had no clue who was the coach before Steve Spurrier. Thanks, Google.
Guys, you were talking earlier about the situation with the Georgia player and with A.J. Johnson, and kind of my viewpoint on it is this. It's one thing to have an accusation. It's another thing to actually be charged.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you've been charged, then the police believes that there is enough evidence to be able to charge you and have to take you before the grand jury. Those are a different set of circumstances than somebody coming out and making accusations, and then there may be an investigation, there may not be, and then nothing comes of it. Once you are charged, your butt belongs to the legal system.
When exactly was A.J. Johnson charged? That's what I want to look up, and because it happened so long ago, but it didn't happen so long ago. Obviously, he went to court, so he was charged at some point. But was it right when he stopped playing? Because I remember it was right before the Missouri game at home, and missed that, and then missed the rest of his career. So. I wondered, did the accusation come and then he sat, or did the charge come right then? Like this case with Adam Anderson, he turned himself in, the same way. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
But because I feel like at that point that once you are officially charged, it is out of the university's hands. It is, this is up to you to clean up this mess. And until you do not need to be on the team, whether you're exonerated or whether you're found guilty or whatever.
Yep, I agree.
I believe that with A.J. Johnson, and I believe it in this case too. Yeah, like I said, there's a difference between being accused and being charged.
So, 2015 article came out February Had some quotes about his attorney saying that we were making plans for him to surrender. And this is around that time. So he was indicted by a grand jury on 2 counts of aggravated rape.
Right. So. Yeah. In that case, I mean, it's out of the university's hands.
Pretty much.
Guys, before I go, I will agree with that Georgia caller on one thing and one thing only. Kind of in today's society, you are guilty until proven innocent. So until Swain can prove that there's not a Georgia jersey in his closet, he is guilty. See you, bud!
I do got some red and black in there, but ain't no Georgia. Ain't no Georgia jersey. Hey, man, I wear too much Jordan not to have red and black.
PJ, we do see your message on the text box. You said test, just seeing if my app is working. Y'all see this? We do see you, PJ.
Not Volstorm, but DR Vol says, nigga Vol, Sanford Swain doesn't Vol leave. Oh, boy.
DR Vol.
That's what y'all gonna try to do to me?
DR Vol, you're not wrong, DR Vol. But you, of all people, cannot say anything. Because I'm sure you're mesmerized by a Lane Kiffin photo at the moment.
Nelson says, Swain, you remember Ash G's? Oh, I remember Ash G's. Yeah. Ben don't know nothing about Ash G's.
Actually, I do remember Ash Jeeves. That was like, I vaguely remember that. I remember that like in middle school.
Downtown Vol says, I see Boomer Ben is in the house. I was like, I didn't know Ben was an OU fan. Then I had to put 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh, okay, we still call it old folks Boomers.
So look, I'm fine with Boomer Ben on the jerseys because I feel very passionately about not wearing alternate uniforms in big traditional rivalry games. And it's not just a Tennessee thing. It's all rivalries across college football. When I tune in and I see Michigan, Ohio State playing, I don't want to see them wearing something other than their traditional.
What's the point of wearing alternate uniforms if you can't wear them?
To wear them against the crappy teams.
Nobody will see them then.
Yeah, well, people don't watch the other games.
So recruits will be like, man, did you see Tennessee pull out them black uniforms and they played South Alabama?
I'm not talking about South Alabama. I'm talking about like the other SEC games that don't mean as much as your rivalry games, like Tennessee did against South Carolina.
Can you wear them against Kentucky?
Yes.
But
sure.
not the big 3.
Not the big 3 for me.
Okay.
Now, Kentucky, I would prefer, but I'm willing to whatever. and like the recruits recognized they were mind blown over the black jerseys for the South Carolina game. They all took notice of them against the South Carolina game.
So you did not like Tennessee wearing the Smoky Grays in the Florida game in 16?
No, I did not. I hate looking back at that game and not seeing Tennessee in orange. And it's just those 3 games for me, and it's not just Tennessee either. It's the traditional college football games. I don't want to sit here and watch the Egg Bowl on Thanksgiving and see Mississippi State wearing some random uniform. Iron Bowl, Alabama. I know Alabama only has 1 uniform, but y'all get what I'm saying.
You won't see those 2 schools do that. Like Auburn got a little crazy
with a face mask,
with the orange face mask that looked ugly,
and their fans went crazy about it.
They were ugly, man.
Yeah, I just like. Part of the reason I love college football is the tradition and pageantry, and some of these games I don't want to see alternate uniforms.
Colorado Vol agrees with you. He says got to wear them against Kentucky, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and non-conference games. That's cool. I'm telling y'all, I'm not that passionate about it. Now, senior day, you need to be in orange. That's my only request.
I'll just wait till they decide not to wear them this weekend, and they wear
them. Them start flipping over Ottomans like Volstorm said he flipped over his Ottoman in 2015 Florida game.
I feel more strongly about wearing orange on senior day than I do against Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. So I'm with you.
Okay. Kevin in Houston says, I'm calling it. I expect it. I demand it. Tennessee 35, Georgia 28. I kind of felt that. I felt that in my chest a little bit there, Kevin. I felt that. The caps right there you use and the exclamation point at the end. I felt that. Mm-hmm.
Did you know that there's not a single team that has scored more than a touchdown, offensive touchdown against Georgia this year?
I'm aware.
Georgia as a team has only allowed 6 touchdowns, and one of them was a pick six in garbage time.
I'm aware. Don't bring up that stat after you tried to shake me down as a negaval last segment.
Well, look, I'm just saying that Tennessee don't have a good chance of winning. I didn't say that they have zero chance. What if little old Stetson Bennett comes out and throws 3 interceptions? Tennessee have a chance then?
A better chance than him not throwing 3 interceptions.
But a chance, right?
Memphis Pam says nothing is better than them orange britches.
That's right.
I'm jealous. I wish I would.
You never wore orange britches?
Nope.
Did you wear anything other than black cleats, white socks? Well, y'all wore black socks once, right? And then Coach Fulmer thought y'all were cursed because y'all lost in them.
Yeah, silly. We wore white cleats my freshman sophomore year.
Didn't you play in the UNLV game though, where you wore the throwbacks?
Mm-hmm.
So you did wear one
white cleats.
No, I'm talking about the jersey.
Yeah.
So you wore one different jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I like those jerseys y'all wore in that UNLV game.
Dude, I'm so mad at myself for not being a thief.
Yeah, you talked about this recently. You should have stole that jersey.
I should have, man.
Taken it, especially since you would have only had to pay $100.
That's it. I should have stole it.
1,000% worth it.
Yeah, I would have.
That jersey's worth like $300. I'd be willing to pay that much if I were a player to keep that one.
Yeah, man. I should.
Not like y'all didn't have the cash to do it either.
Hush. Colorado Vol says, Ben, are you okay with orange on orange during big games?
I would prefer the orange on orange. I think Tennessee orange on orange is the best look it has.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I love looking back at Tennessee playing Alabama in Tuscaloosa in 2009. I don't like the result, obviously, but Tennessee wearing the orange britches there on the road looked really cool.
I got a hot take. I'm not really a fan of any football team wearing one color with their jersey and pants. Like, I've never really, been on board. It's okay, but I prefer different color pants, different color jerseys. I don't know why. I'm weird.
I love Tennessee's orange so much that I want it as much as possible.
God, look at you getting those brownie points with the fans.
I mean, just look at this. Look how sweet that looks. Orange britches on the road in Tuscaloosa.
I think it looks great, but they have white pants. I mean, they have white jerseys. Like, orange on orange, to me, just looks looks weird. And I think I say that about black on black. I say about red on red or any team's color. Michigan State's green on green. Like, to me, it's just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah, I see that. Like I said, I just like the orange so much. But I brought up the orange pants on the road because of the comment about the orange on orange at home against the Big Three. I'd like to see the orange britches on the road against the Big Three.
We wore against Alabama, didn't we?
Whereas this year, did we?
I thought we wore orange britches against Alabama.
I can't remember.
I know we wore them last week, and they looked sweet.
D'Arval has a good point.
No, he doesn't. I don't believe you.
Remember Pruitt not having the seniors run through the T on senior day? Oh. What's worse, Pruitt not having the seniors run through the T on senior day, or not wearing the traditional jerseys on senior day? What's worse?
What's worse is me defending it, actually. That's worse. I remember I defended it. I understood. That's probably worse. I mean, I still would defend it, honestly. But say it again.
What's worse, not running through the T on senior day or not wearing the traditional jerseys?
Not run through the T on senior day.
I agree.
I thought they ran through the T.
Not individually. I think they went back and rejoined.
Right. To say they didn't run through the T would not be accurate.
They needed their own moment running through the T.
That would be like you political experts like to say misrepresentation of the facts, misinformation instead of just saying lie. That's straight up a lie from D'Arval.
It sounds better.
It's straight up a lie.
Well, the misinterpretation of the facts.
Yeah, it's a lie. Better. They still ran through the T. It just wasn't individually. I'm telling you, emotionally, it's hard to flip the switch from you individually running through the T for the last time. You're all emotional. You're crying. And then you got to, all right, let's go play this football game. Like,
good thing it's Vanderbilt most years.
Exactly. Vanderbilt and Kentucky is what it was when I played. Now it just needs to be Vanderbilt.
The problem is you don't play Vanderbilt at home every year, so every other year it's going to have to be somebody else other than Vandy.
Let it be either Vandy or out of conference sorry team.
Last year it was Florida. The year before that was Vandy. I don't remember who it was in 18.
I got a prime example, and then we'll move on. Our game against Kentucky in 2006, my senior season, we beat Kentucky 17-12.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That was your senior day game?
Yes. Dude, we were crying in the tunnel. Like, me and my guys, we was crying.
Sounds like you just need to man up, quit being a wimp.
I guess so. Y'all want us to be, passionate about Tennessee. We were passionate, too passionate, and then we had to go out there and play a football game. And it was tough, man. It was tough.
Marcus Coker went off that day.
Yeah, he wasn't a senior. He's like, "What y'all crying about? Give me the ball." He was like, "Give me the ball."
Meacham at 6 for 116 and a tutty.
Meacham wasn't no real senior either.
Yeah, when you mention your stats?
No. Don't mention I ain't do anything.
2 catches for 15 yards.
I ain't do anything.
You had a long reception of 9. None of y'all, I think Chris Brown, Brett Smith, they seniors with you?
Chris Brown wasn't. Brett was.
He had 2 catches for 19 yards.
Seniors didn't do anything, man. We ain't do anything. I'm telling you, it was tough. It was tough.
Actually, you had a carry for 6 yards in that game.
I don't remember that.
Did you have a concussion?
No, man.
You don't remember carrying the ball for 6 yards?
Nope.
You can say you rushed for more yards than Arian Foster in a game. Because against Kentucky in 2006, you had 1 carry for 6 yards. And Arian had 1 carry for -2 yards.
I guess I'm a Pro Bowl running back. I would have been.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way I look at it. You were on the heels of Terrio. You were the 3rd leading rusher in that game. I mean, Terrio only had 7 for 27.
And that's 2 NFL.
You had one for 6.
That's 2 NFL backs right there. But check this out. The week before, we played on the road to Vanderbilt. We beat them 39-10. And Cutcliffe called the dogs off. He called the dogs off. Because I wanted to put up 50 because of the video they put out in 2005, the year before.
What video did they put out?
When they beat us, they put out a video, DVD.
So they did in 13?
Yeah, so I wanted to beat their heads in. I was mad that he pulled us off the field. So we beat Vanderbilt 39-10, and then we come back and put up 17 points at home senior day. Senior day, man, it's tough emotionally. So I understood what Prue was trying to say. But I guess right now it's fun to make him look like the worst human being on the planet.
He is the worst human being on the planet. You had a much better game against Vandy. 6 catches, 76 yards, and a tutty. 39-10. Back then, that's like beating a team 60-10.
Really, yeah, I know, right?
Like back in your day, 39-10 was a massive.
It's like 59.
Massive blowout. Was that the game where I think it was a safety hit you on the sideline?
No, that was 04.
04?
Yeah, that was 04.
Y'all had an interesting year that year.
He hit me good. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it.
You beat Vandy to end a 2-game losing skid.
Yeah, we had lost to Arkansas and LSU.
Arkansas. Was
Yeah.
McFadden on that team?
Yes.
Oh, look. This I clicked on the AP article, and it mentions the DVD. This is probably Chris Lowe writing this. In hindsight, maybe that DVD celebrating Vanderbilt's first victory over Tennessee since 1982 wasn't such a good idea. The DVD was titled Victory in Knoxville and detailed Vanderbilt's 28-24 win last year. Vandy has a DVD detailing a victory over Georgia this year ready for pre-ordering. It didn't matter to the Vols. That would make me mad.
Oh,
You know how sorry of a program you have to be to make a DVD off of 1 win? And here's the other thing. Like, okay, Vandy, you snapped Tennessee's 22-game winning streak. You have to talk about losing to a team 22 straight years on this DVD. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah. No, you are correct, my friend. You are correct. 865-200-5503. We'll take our last break here, and then we'll come back right after this.
It's Red Plastic Cop with some big news for you movie-making, content-creating video superstars. Show your mad skills and create a video of why it's so important to keep Tennessee litter-free.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do, though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself, but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
It's Red Plastic Cop with some big news for you movie-making, content-creating video superstars. Show your mad skills and create a video of why it's so important to keep Tennessee litter-free. It's the TSSAA No Trash November Student Video Contest, sponsored by Nobody Trashes Tennessee. Go to nobodytrashestennessee.com/TSSAA for details. High school and middle school students can submit their video and receive scholarships and prizes provided by TSSAA. Word, peace out. Is that still a thing? Am I being too cool for the school kids? Just ask.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Low T is now offering the convenience of Monitor Self-Inject at-home testosterone treatments. It's just $155 a month for self-pay. It's covered also by most health insurance. If you have health insurance, you don't want to do the self-pay, they can ship directly to your home. I'll reiterate that. $155 a month for Monitor Self-Inject treatments. They will ship directly to you. Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Starts with the comprehensive health assessment. So, man, get in there. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy, it's simple. Get all of your levels checked today. You hype yet for the game, Ben?
I am, but you don't have the right to be hyped since you think Tennessee has zero chance.
I am hyped for the game.
You don't deserve to be excited. You don't deserve to be hyped. You don't deserve to enjoy the festivities. As a matter of fact, I don't even think they should allow you on the Big Orange kickoff show.
I should take the day off.
I think you should let me do it.
You can do it.
Nobody would show up.
No, you can do it. Listen,
What are you going to do if you're doing the show and like a Georgia fan walks by and barks at you?
Probably the same thing I did in 2013 when we were doing the show on the Strip and Georgia fan walked by and barked.
What'd you do then?
Stopped the broadcast and called out that fan and said, what grown person barks?
What did that grown person say?
I don't know.
How do you come back from that anyways? Like, if somebody says that to you, then how do you have a
I don't know.
retort? How do you think Brad Matthews is handling this week? I mean, he has a Georgia Bulldog in his home.
No, he has a Bulldog.
Georgia Bulldog.
He doesn't have a Georgia Bulldog. It's an English Bulldog. It's a regular Bulldog. Do not call it a Georgia Bulldog.
Oh, now you're taking up for Brad's Bulldog. All summer long, you threw Brad's Bulldog under the bus, and now you want to take up for the Bulldog?
No. It's an ugly Bulldog, but it's not a Georgia Bulldog because a Georgia Bulldog would be worse than just a plain ugly Bulldog.
Brad's Bulldog is not ugly.
Yes, it is.
No, because the Georgia Bulldog is ugly.
They look the same.
No, they don't.
Whatever.
English Bulldog does not look the same. Brad's Bulldog looks like the Mississippi State Bulldog. Because remember that's
so Mississippi State Bulldog looks better than Ugga?
Yeah, Ugga is ugly. Sorry for anybody out there who has.
They're the same?
No, see, this is that's the type that Brad has. It's much better looking.
Okay, then show me a picture of Ugga. Not on the same tab. Use a different tab.
See?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Damn. Ugga ugly. All right, hit the back button. Hit the back button. Let me look at Mississippi State Bulldog again. Yeah.
Brad's Bulldog.
You know what, Brad? I like to apologize.
I tried to explain this to you over the summer.
Let me apologize. Wow. Ugga is really ugly.
Yes, and we apologize.
I thought they were the same.
To anybody out there who has an Ugga. No, they're not the same.
Oh, my God. That dog is hideous. It's hideous.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh, my gosh. Ugga is...
Well, I think the main difference is Ugga is all white, and I'm not feeling the all white Bulldog.
No, it ain't the color. It's the face. Ugga's face is uglier than the Mississippi State Bulldog.
Yeah.
It ain't just the color.
Ugga's fat.
No, Ugga is just ugly. He's ugly. He's an ugly dog.
She.
Whatever. Ugly. It don't matter.
Remember when Ugga got into it with Bevo? Texas's mascot?
I do remember.
Wasn't
Ugga didn't want that smokes.
He took off.
Oh, here come Nelson. Chill on the Bulldog slander. Nelson has a Bulldog. Let me stop. There are English Bulldogs and there are old English Bulldogs. All right, which one is Ugga?
Well, since he emphasized the old, I would imagine Ugga is the old one. All I know is blue tick hounds are absolutely beautiful and
Dobermans.
Okay, but we're talking. What school do you know that has a Doberman as a mascot?
Yeah, maybe I need to come up with a school. Maybe a Doberman needs to be the mascot of Elon Musk's new school there at Texas Institute Tech State.
Lord have mercy. I know one thing. I'm going to get a blue tick hound one day when I've got plenty of room.
Texas
look how
Institute
beautiful that dog is.
Tech State. Elon Musk. He's going to have a Doberman as a mascot.
I love my Australian Shepherd mix with Border Collie. Shout out to my little homie Judge. But one day I'm gonna get a Smokey. Look how pretty that thing is. Now it howls. It likes to bark.
Yeah, man. We can't have
out
that.
in the country, which I am out in the country. So
you are. We can't have that on the Swain Event.
old country bean over here, boy.
You and K Mays over there
That's
duck
right,
hunting.
just duck hunting, fishing, and baling hay. we got our trucks lifted. We got our dip cans in the.
I'm leaving.
In the seat.
I'm leaving, man.
We got spitters everywhere. Yeah.
You gotta put the towel at the bottom. You gotta put the paper towel at the bottom. That's what they do.
Nah, not in my truck, Bo. We rip it. We gonna go catch some lips after the show, boy.
That's the real Ben McKee from Buckhorn.
Go Buckhorn. Go Bucks.
The Ben that you've been hearing all this time, that was him trying not to be what you just heard. This is really who he is. Country ass Buckhorn Ben. That's who he really is. That's Ben right there. He's been holding it back for all this time.
DSG Vol, the Bishop Sycamore Dobermans.
Yeah, we go with that. What about the fake team up in Ohio?
That is Bishop Sycamore.
That's Bishop Sycamore?
Yeah, the one that played IMG.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
them.
That's right.
Which I'm sure a lot of them grown men do have Dobermans.
They can't be Dobermans. Nah, man. They can't be Dobermans, man. They're giving Dobermans a bad name. For Ben McKee, I'm Jason Swain. Hope you all have a great Thursday. Tomorrow, 7 a.m., Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Peace and love. We are out.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Good morning, Swain Event crew. Fall is here, and according to the big